Good morning. We're here with Marco Klein. He's a real estate broker with more than 25 years of experience here in Baja in Los Cabos, and he's with Klein Real Estate. Right now, we're at one of the developments that his brokerage represents. It's called Vitai in San Jose del Cabo. Marco, thank you for your time this morning.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
We have some questions for you, mainly about the market and how you think it's going to perform in 2026, and then we'll focus on this particular project and how it fits that picture, right?
Yes.
So, from your vantage point, from your point of view, how would you describe the Cabo real estate market as we enter 2026? Is it more like expansion, stabilization, or correction from the post-COVID years?
Well, it's pretty interesting, and it's hard to have like a projection that is fully true. But as much as I've been speaking with people who are more experienced in analysis and also clients that are in different markets, because we have the market of high end, which is doing pretty good as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the market that is in the middle, which could be between the $500,000 to $1.5 million for tourists. And we have found that many of the people looking to buy, they are holding their hands because they want to know what's going on in the United States with the government policies they're using. So the last 6 months has been very slow compared to the last 2 years. Obviously, we're coming back from a tremendous good season of the 2022.
So you're talking about the first half of 2025, right? It's becoming kind of slow.
This was quite a slow. And even that the United States dropped the interest rates in the Fed, we believe that it's coming another little drop on that. And after that, it's going to be more appeal to people to do that next step. And in the same time, many builders from other cities in Mexico, they found Los Cabos as a great opportunity based on the history of sales in 2022, 2023. So they bought land and they are building. They know that the growth of the population is big. So then we enter into a separate market, which is the local people, the medium class, and also to the foreigners that are not that rich and they want to move into a market that is more affordable.
And people from other parts of Mexico that are moving here, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there are like 3 different markets. There's ones that they want to invest because they know Cabo, it's a dollar market. It's a secure state in meaning of the security system, because we're like in an island. And also they know that the appreciation value is good. The rents are pretty good as well. So that market is interested in the pre-construction and also in the investment in a new market. Secondly of that, it's the tourist. They want to have a second home and they want to buy something in between 300,000 to 800,000. And that market is the ones that are a little bit more afraid. Many of them is their first time they will buy out of their home country, and they like to see how it's the new offer of product and the location of properties that is not compromised with the that we're looking in Cabo, which is the location, the traffic, the water, and the electricity. So I think as a broker, it's important to us to guide our developers in order for them to be very clear and prepare legally, and then also with the infrastructure that they need to have in order to perform and deliver a good product.
So there's a lot to unpack right there. I looked just a little bit at the MLS yesterday, and I did a search for condos in this area where Vitai is. So Vitai it's on like Forjadores, right outside San Jose, like near Campestre. It's that area, right?
Right.
So I did a search. My cutoff point was $450,000. That was the maximum price point because that's kind of the range of Vitai. And then I compared with Tezal in Cabo San Lucas, which is another market in Los Cabos that's on the comparison. It's not a wild comparison. It's like a point of reference. The median prices here in this area right now, they're like 350K basalt prices. But in Tezal, they like kind of stagnated at 300K. What do you think there's that why is it that there's this difference between these two pockets of development?
Well, first of all, we need to separate the two cities. A still town, kind of a city. I mean, it's less than 200,000 population in each of them. It's growing fast. It's growing around 10 to 11% a year. But El Tezal, all that land used to be from the Ejido, and the Ejido had the legal process to sell it to a developer. So they have a lot of options to sell land for developments. And El Tezal has a good potential because they have view to the arch and they have to hang out in Cabo San Lucas City. So they have a lot of much inventory and more years of development. They have a lots of inventory right now that are competing with a lack of water.
Yeah.
Then San Jose is different. San Jose is being held, most of the land is being held by one single title by the Inmobiliaria San Jose, which it was the Ejido San Jose on the past. And they have not break down into all the partners like they did in Del Tezal. What happened here is that they are doing a master plan and they start with this project called Cantares, which we also brokerage. We sold macro lotes, which means are lots for developers. And we call them those lots fully ready to build, meaning that they have water, electricity, zoning, everything in front of their lot. And they do have also high density. So right across of here and in this same boulevard, we will be sharing the market with another different 5 projects, each of them between 80 to 100 units.
Okay.
The difference and why we choose to represent Vitai is that they are very well experienced builder. They have an excellent project. The architectural project is for one of the most recognized architects in Mexico City. And the third is because they will not have to share the exits to the main street with nobody.
Okay.
The price point needs to be competitive and open to the markets that I was explaining on the beginning. And I think that we have strategies to allow anyone to make a purchase. And that's going to be the key.
That's very interesting that you mentioned that, the price point, and also you mentioned the appreciation potential, right? And the thing is, I was talking to another broker, and he told me that right after the pandemic, if you bought pre-construction, it was guaranteed that in a couple of years, your property would be 20-25% more expensive. But right now, that difference is a little bit tighter, right? So I don't know what you think about that. Maybe my take on this is that right now it's more about finding projects that really hold their value and not so much like making wild bets on I'll put my money in here and then I'll sell. And
No, let me tell you,
okay,
markets, if somebody is wise and knows a little bit, they know it's a cycle. No, right now the gold and the shares are high. Real estate came a little bit down. It's time to buy, and then it will shift. And when that shift comes, you enter with a good price and with financing with no interest, and you wait for the appreciation. I mean, Cabo is going to continue to be growing. There's no way of not. No, we have with the government issues to resolve, but the growing is going to be continue. I have several clients who they own 1, 2, or 3 little homes, and they prefer to swap that, sell them high now that the appreciation is there, and then purchase in a pre-construction in order to grow their wealth. That way, also, there's people who are paying rent that is almost equal to the mortgage.
Okay.
So someone who can really afford to pay 30, 40% of the purchase price through the process of construction, the balance, they can put it in a mortgage, and then they own property and they own an equity instead of just being paying rent. So that's the key. I think when my study that I did, there's like more than 7,000 people in San Jose, which easily we can share with all these new 500 project units on different that are coming.
7,000 people
that cannot somehow to buy here if the options are correct.
That's very interesting. 7,000 local people from.
Local people.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but my impression is that in the marketing of Vitai, you are focusing a lot on people that will live here full time, second homeowners too,
As well.
but also like on full time residents.
Long-term rent, it's a good revenue. Also, people who wants to have their family, because what we do have compared to any of the other ones, we have more than 20 amenities, and we design it in a way that the HOA is not gonna be high, but you can feel secure that your kids, your youth, all different ages, they have a place to hang with good neighbors of the same quality of their families. And that's gonna be big because we have 3 schools, we have 2 soccer plays, we have American football, we have La Huerta, we have the kindergartens. It's excellent location.
Right.
And the beach, no? I mean, but as a local, what you want to know and what you want to have is to have where to do the market, the supermarket. We might probably do a plaza right across the street.
Nice.
And the location eventually, whoever comes and look, okay, I'm in the height area, so I have a view. The next side of the city is only allowed for 2 levels.
Okay.
And it's built, and what you see is what you get. So you don't have questions about your view. You're in the front of the theater.
Yeah.
Then over here behind, they might have also a good views, but they have to share one street at the peak hour to leave everyone.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Tell us about financing options here in Vitai.
well, we're trying to be very creative, and we might keep some into our pocket, not to share, but what we present is that you can pay 30% down and 70% when we deliver.
Okay.
That's hell of a deal. And then we can do other options depending on how you want to get a better price. But that in particular, we can send the 30% through 6 months or a year, and then the balance when we deliver. And that way, the people are confident that they get in a good price. They can sell out in these 18 months, which is going to take us to close.
Okay.
And make some profit out of it. Or they can wait until it's done and then sell it later with a profit.
When is delivery of the unit?
Of the first phase, which is about 48 units,
Okay.
it will be in about 18 months from when we start, when we finish our model here. We're building the model and the showroom, which it will be done by the end of the year. We're gonna have a party, so come back.
Thank you.
And what we do is to explain our different clients, what can we offer them to be part of it.
Okay. Before you mentioned the idea that it's all about cycles, no, in the economy and in the real estate industry. Like the trajectory is always up, but it's like this, right? Like up and down, but in the long run up. And the question is, you've built a family brokerage and you've been through many different cycles, years and projects. So what's like the main lesson that you're taking in this new phase of your business?
You have to purchase when the market is low and you can cut the deal, and then sell it when the market is hot. It's seller's market. So people are afraid to buy when it's a buyer's market. They don't know the rules.
Yeah.
You see, it was like in 2020, it dropped like hell, no, with the pandemic. And then it went all the way up, like a cardiology
Yes.
statement.
Like it exploded. Yeah.
Exactly. And then went way up, then it drops. Now, what's happening with Trump and United States? He's been the bad guy for the first years, no? Now he has to deliver the country much better.
Yes.
Coming another turn where the economy in the States is going to be more soft.
Yes.
That might help. But secondly, the Mexican market are also getting a cheap dollar. And they know that it's important to invest where it's safe.
Yeah.
And Los Cabos has been very clear that with all the investments we have, and I mean, I live here since 1980.
Okay.
And my dad was secretary of tourism and a hotelier. So I heard about tourists all my life, and the important to have the one of the best locations and the best destinations for super rich people. That puts Los Cabos into a good partner for whatever the government needs.
No, I agree.
And then that's what the people, they don't know. And before, there was no flights. There was no way you can get to Cabo. It was too expensive. So Puerto Vallarta, Acapulco, Cancun explode for the Mexicans.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have this next year a good average between Mexico and Canada.
Okay.
And the States is going to be a little bit humble. But Canada as well, they are moving and coming to Cabo more for many reasons, also because what the United States policies are doing.
Yeah.
And we just sold on the beach a couple properties to Canadians. They say it's beautiful here, no?
Yeah, for sure.
And then what we plan is to not make a big competition with all these guys. What we want is to have partners in other cities to bring the clients. And if you have, I don't know, 100, 1,000 buyers, it's buyers for all. So if they don't purchase here, we'll sell them there or over there.
Yes.
But we need to make a team, and we have to be smart and do something together.
I like it. Yeah. It's a mindset of cooperation and abundance. Very good.
Exactly.
Thank you, Marco,
That's
for
my
your
pleasure.
time this morning.
It's my pleasure.